And he wants to keep you now in a one-dimensional experience as it relates to your knowledge of who God is. Oh, the enemy just wants you to know God for what he can do. Oh, he wants to make you have a one-dimensional experience. I want to know him as a lawyer in the courtroom. I want to know him as a doctor in the sick room. I want to know him as a bread maker when I'm hungry. God said to tell you today, I'm tired of all the spiritual leeches that just want to know me for what I can do. I'm tired of all these folks that just come to the house of God to get to know me for what I can do. God told me to tell you there's so much more to him than what he can do for you. There's so much more to God than just being a provider. There's so much more to God than just being a way maker. If you think he's something as Jehovah Jireh, if you think he's something as Jehovah Nissi, you ought to get to know him as Jesus. You ought to get to know him as who he is. You ought to know that to God is a complex being. He sent his son, wrapped himself in flesh. God stepped out of heaven without ever leaving heaven, came down into the earth to redeem mankind without ever leaving his seat in glory. He came down into your situation, came down into your head, came down into your job to reveal himself to you in a different kind of way. He was so much God that he cried with his best friend when his best friend died. He was so much a man that he cried when his best friend died. But so much God that when he got done crying, he said, Lazarus, come forth. He was so much a man that he could die on a cross, but so much God that he could raise his own self up by his own power. He was so much a man that his mama could work on his nerve, but so much God that he could give her the miracle she needed way before it was time. He was so much man that he could be touched by the feet of your infirmity. But he was so much God he could send the word and not even show up, and your sick body would have to be healed. I came in here to tell you tonight, you gotta know God better than you know him now. Theologians call him the theanthropos, theo meaning God, anthropos meaning man, which means he knows how it feels to be where you are. He knows what it means to be tried and tempted, but he also knows what it means to be able to stand flat-footed and tell the devil in hell, I know what you're offering me, but man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of the mouth of God. Can I tell you, you are the mouth of God in the earth today. You are the mouth of God. You are the oracle of God. God told me to tell you, I think I'll preach it here tonight, to open your mouth, catch up with your thoughts, and start declaring into your life what you've been praying to happen. You've been asking God, send the move of God. You've been asking the Lord, I want to see a move of God. I told you, God changed his address. He lives in you. If you want to see a move of God, you start moving. If you want to see God talk, open your mouth and decree in your life. Is there anybody that knows that you know that despite what you've been through, despite where you are, there's something on the inside that keeps telling you that I do not have to stay where I am right now. There's something on the inside that hears what men say about you, but something on the inside tells you I don't care what man said about you. What do you say about you? Who do men say that I am? Know the test. question. No, the response. The disciples say, some say you're Jonah, John the Baptist, some say you're Jeremiah, some say you're a prophet. But something in Peter rises up. He steps up and says, Jesus, if I get the answer right, when you let all the other dumb apostles, if you grade them on a curve, if I get the question right, when you let all the other ones get by on my word, Jesus said, okay, Peter, what do you have to say? He said, something in me tells me you are the Son of God. Something in me tells me that you are the second Adam. What the first Adam jacked up. Something in me tells me you came to restore. The first Adam put us in evil. Something tells me that you came to deliver us from evil. I came to tell you that you are the third Adam in the earth today. And God said that your earth is waiting on your earth. It's waiting on you to open your mouth, open your eyes, to what I cannot see, what I'm believing for. Something reminds me that I walk by faith and not by sight. I don't care what I see, but what I know is I got a word. I got a word that told me I was blessed in the city, blessed in the field, blessed when I come, blessed when I go. Shake three people's hands, tell them I got a word.